Hey everyone. Welcome to my channel. So before started, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe this channel. In this video we talk about 10 great female leaders in history. A number of powerful women have shaped the course of history with their intelligence, strength, passion, and leadership qualities. They have challenged the status quo, made lasting reforms, and many have presided over their countries for decades, ushering in prosperity and cultural revolutions. While this list is certainly subjective, it tries to take into account the actual power and the impact of each person. Notably, the United Kingdom has 3 entries in the top 10, an eye-catching fact, considering that a monarchy managed to achieve such a feminist feat. Yet the United States, which always considered itself as the most advanced democratic society ever, hasn't been able to elect a female leader in all of its independent existence so far. 1. Indira Gandhi, 1917 to 1984, was the first and only female Prime Minister of India, serving 4 terms between 1966-1984. When she was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards. She was a controversial but very powerful figure, winning a war with Pakistan, which resulted in the creation of Bangladesh. She was murdered by her bodyguards over her order to storm their holy temple during an insurgency 4 months prior. The 22nd of March 1982, British Conservative Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher with Indian Premier Indira Gandhi, 1917 to 1984, outside 10 Downing Street. 2. Margaret Thatcher, 1925-2013, was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom between 1979 and 1990, the first woman to hold this office. She was the longest-serving British PM of the 20th century, dubbed the Iron Lady by the Soviets for her hard-headedness. She won a popular victory over Argentina in the 1982 Falklands War, but her economic policies had mixed support, as she promoted a free market economy and confronted the power of the labor unions. 1980. British Conservative politician and first woman to hold the office of Prime Minister of Great Britain Margaret Thatcher at the Tory Party conference in Brighton, East Sussex. 3. Theodora, 500,548, was a highly influential empress of the Byzantine Empire and a saint of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Married to Emperor Justinian I, she was his most trusted advisor and used him to achieve her purposes. She controlled foreign affairs and legislation, violently put down riots, and, notably, fought for the rights of women, passing anti-trafficking laws and improving divorce proceedings. 4. Queen Victoria, 1819-1901, was the Queen of the United Kingdom, ruling over a vast British Empire that stretched across 6 continents for 63 years. The second longest reign in its country's history, the longest belonging to the current Queen Elizabeth II. Her rule was so definitive that the period has come to be known as the Victorian era. Under her rule, slavery was abolished throughout all British colonies and voting rights granted to most British men. She also made reforms in labor conditions and presided over significant cultural, political, and military changes in her empire. 5. Empress Dowager Cixi, 1835-1908, was the Chinese emperor's mother and regent who essentially ruled China for 47 years from 1861 until 1908. She instituted technological and military reforms, overhauled the corrupt bureaucracy, and supported anti-Western attitudes, including the Boxer Rebellion of 1899-1901. 6. Maria Theresa of Austria, 1717-1780, was a Habsburg empress who reigned for 40 years and controlled a large part of Europe, including Austria, Hungary, Croatia, Bohemia, and parts of Italy. She had 16 children, who also became key power players like the Queen of France, the Queen of Naples and Sicily, as well as 2 Holy Roman emperors. Empress Maria Theresa is known for her reforms in education, like making it mandatory, establishing a Royal Academy of Science and Literature in Brussels, and supporting scientific research. She also raised taxes and made reforms in commerce, as well as strengthened the Austrian military, doubling it. 7. Hatschepsut, 1508 BC to 1458 BC, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh, considered to be one of its country's most successful rulers. She oversaw major building projects, military campaigns into Nubia, Syria and Levant, and rebuilt broken trade networks. Tourists walk past a statue of Queen Hatschepsut, ancient Egypt's most famous female pharaoh, at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, the 27th of June 2007. 8. Catherine the Great, 1729-1796, also known as Catherine II, was undoubtedly one of history's most famous women. Born in Poland, as a German princess, she attained rule of Russia through marriage and held on to it for 34 years, especially after she plotted to overthrow her husband and assumed complete power. She is responsible for continuing Peter the Great's work in modernizing Russia, bringing it more in line with the West's Enlightenment ideas. She also defeated the Ottoman Empire in 2 big wars and greatly expanded Russia's empire over 3 continents, including the colonization of Alaska. She made legislative reforms, put down the dangerous Pugachev rebellion, and was known for a risque personal life. Her rule is regarded as the golden age of the Russian Empire. 9. Empress Wu Zetian, 624,705, was the only female emperor in Chinese history, living during the Tang dynasty. Her rule is known for expanding the Chinese empire, economic prosperity, and education reform. She was also known as a patron of Buddhism. She did have her detractors who accused her of ruthlessness and cruelty, perhaps going as far as killing her daughter and son as part of a political intrigue. 10. Elizabeth I, 1533-1603, was one of most powerful English monarchs ever. Never married and called the Virgin Queen, the intellectual Elizabeth I defeated the Spanish Armada and ruled successfully for so long that her reign from 1558 until 1603 is known as the Elizabethan era. As a monarch, the last of the Tudor dynasty, she encouraged major cultural changes like the Renaissance and the transformation of England into a Protestant country. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.